Hello again. You've completed your pre-instruction drawings in Lesson 1. Now you're ready to really get into it. Okay, let's get started with Lesson 2. It may seem like the pure contour drawing exercise was designed to just drive you crazy. But that's really not the case. There is a purpose, and being able to control the lines that you draw is one of the most basic skills that you have, and it applies to any drawing that you do in this course and any place else. So it's important that you practice this and really look closely at the examples. We want to see a single line, not a bunch of little sketchy lines all together, but a single line that's drawn carefully, that has all kinds of detail in it. In other words, it goes up and down and has little movements to it, and that reflects your eye-hand coordination. If your eyes and your hand are not coordinated, then you'll end up drawing sketchy lines close together because you're not drawing an exact edge. And that's what we need to see. We need to see an exact edge that describes an object and that creates an image that is realistic and compelling. One of the reasons it's so important to practice the contour edge exercise before you start doing the hand drawing is that whatever you're able to do with the contour exercises, with the pure contour exercises, that will show up in your hand drawings. So if you haven't been able to do those edge lines, keep practicing. Don't just give up and then decide, well, I'll just do the hand drawings, because you won't be able to do them. So again, I just can't emphasize that enough. Practice, 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 and take a look at the examples and compare the example to your own work. Hopefully you can do that and see some of the differences. By the time you get to this exercise where you're drawing your hand holding an object, you've practiced the contour edge drawings, you've applied them to your hand, and now you're adding another level of complexity with the hand holding an object. But it doesn't matter what you're drawing. I think that's something that you'll discover in this course. Whether you're drawing an object or your hand or a face or a room, the principles are the same. And what you're learning in this lesson applies to every single drawing that you do in this course. So it's important that you practice it and understand it and are able to do those very specific, clear edge lines. Now, in the examples that we see here, the students have added some values, light and shadow, to the drawings, and that's fine. But if you don't have a realistic hand drawing, then the shadows mean nothing. They're just sort of a distraction. Many artists just love to study hands and do drawings of hands. So I thought it'd be fun for us to take a look at some of these renderings and just notice how the hand changes with different positions and different perspectives. Some of that is called foreshortening, which we'll study and do some exercises in another lesson. But just for fun, take a look at the quality of the lines and how these different artists have really captured the intricacies of the hands in different positions. Once you have the skill of rendering a hand with the sensitive edge lines that we've been talking about here, then you can really delve into the lights and the shadows, and that just gets so exciting, and you can do beautiful, beautiful renderings as you see here, where there's so much detail and just a high degree of realism and naturalness. The hands don't look stiff. You don't see a lot of, little sketchy lines trying to approximate a shape. They're very specific. The lines are purposeful. The shadows are purposeful. The lights are realistic. And this is good examples for you to see what's possible.